Hello together, I am Mainova, and today I would like to talk about what you need to know before you join a free session. Um, I am not doing many of them because I prefer to work into depth, but I do some, and if there is one scheduled, you can find it in my bio. So, that being said, it does not mean that free session can't be transformational or deep, because especially when it's your first time working with Neurographica, it can leave incredible impact, and I hope it will. I will do my best to uh, find the right drawing and create the right atmosphere for you to have an unforgettable experience. So, that being said, Neuro Arts, Neurographica have their own language, which I will show you. Before that, let me tell you what exactly you need. So, as first, you will need paper. You will need 3 sheets of paper. I personally draw on an A3 sketchbook because I like to have the room, but it's absolutely perfect to use printer paper. You need 2 pieces of them to write your words, which I will explain, of course, in the session. And you will need 1 piece of paper to draw. It is good if you are using markers to have something underneath the paper because it will most probably bleed through. That's just practical idea. So once you have that, you are going to need a black marker. If you are beginner, I recommend you to use a felt tip marker, something like this. Not too thick, but also not a liner. Or another option would be like 1 millimeter thick liner tip. You could live with it, but preferably marker, because first you need to learn to work with the line and to feel the drawing, and that's best with those tips. I myself draw with felt tip in those sessions to animate you. As next, you are going to need markers. Text markers are absolutely perfect if you are drawing your first time and usually you don't draw, then just grab the cheapest text markers you find. It's absolutely okay. I personally use Copics because I draw a lot, and this is all I have because I'm on travel right now. I draw a lot and I love that I can refill them, but I speak about it in many of my materials because it's a topic. And if you don't have markers, another option, or you can of course combine, are colored pencils like this. So you need something black, you need color, you need 3 sheets of paper, and if you use markers, underlay so that your drawing is not also on your table. That would not be good for the table. Now let me switch the camera and show you the very basics you need to know before you start to draw with me. And now let's talk Neurographica together. The basic of neurographic drawing is a line, and this line is leading where we don't expect it. This line is also endless, so it continues behind the edge of the paper as well. How you draw this line? It is a line which does not repeat itself on any part, so you don't draw it like that. Well, this is a neurographic line, sorry. You don't draw it like that with a repeating pattern or something. You draw it irregular. So you can try to put your marker on paper and then think of a direction you want to go. So I would instinctively go up Instead of going up, I'm going to the side. And then think where you would like to go and go another way. And again. And again. And again. And once you have done this, and it may feel very strange at the beginning, once you have done this, make the motion fluid, so that the line loses its corners and starts to be natural. Like, for example, clouds in the sky, or waves in the ocean, or edge of a hill, a mountain. So things which are natural, harmonious at the end, and definitely irregular. So this is the first part. The second, our brain, our subconscious mind speaks in symbols, as you may know. They are on the tarot cards and everywhere. If you are watching out for signs and things like this. If you don't, your unconscious still speaks in symbols. Excuse me. And a sharp edge, like here this corner or here this intersection, means danger. It is danger or a conflict. It is definitely something, I don't want to say negative, it can be also activating, but it's something what makes you look up and be careful. In order for it to become harmonious, we round it up. Because circle and harmony, circle is harmony, it is perfection, and our brain, when it sees like a partial circle, like here, it automatically adds a circle to it. So in our drawings, when we have intersections of lines, we always round those intersections up and create safety, harmony. Basically tell our unconscious, yes, this is a good idea, we can do it. It is very important, especially when you are drawing away some limitations and or negative feelings, then it's good to round everything. So this is part one, and then we are going to use circles in our drawings. Let me just finish this intersection here. So, and we are going to use circles in our drawings, and circle, as I said, is a shape of harmony, safety, perfection even. And what we do with every shape, we are not leaving it like with this line, we go over it more times with a neurographic line. And that way the shape becomes, starts standing out and becomes its own part of the drawing. And also it becomes, it gains a bionic quality, which means that your unconscious understands it. And that is what we actually want. So when we are in the session and you draw a circle somewhere, go over this circle more times and then go over it again, like I am doing now, to create a fluid rounded border of the circle. So like here, for example, is a little corner, so I go over it and soften it. And that way the circle is having a soft outline and becomes a shape which my subconscious mind understands as perfection, as harmony, as something safe, something where it feels good. So, what we also don't leave are things like this, like those little tails or lines which are unconnected, like something like this. We don't do this, we connect it with something. Depends, because every line is a thought. And one last thing, what I personally am not leaving in drawings are loops. Like this, for example. This one is not that big. This one, this one. So I am not leaving them much. I am rather opening them. Because I see them as those patterns in thinking, and this is what we want to break. Because if we want to change something, we need to start thinking of the topic in a new way, and we need to explain to our subconscious mind that it is safe to do so, and that's what we do with the rounding. Also, in the drawing, whenever you feel, we call it resistance, whenever you feel something negative, it can be an itch in your body or some sort of pain, that is actually a good thing. It means that something inside you is loosening. So whenever you feel it, round, and it will pass. I have often like really itches, so that my head starts itching, or once did my ears itch, which was really ridiculous. Or sometimes I feel even nauseous when I'm drawing. So whenever this happens to you, simply continue rounding, go through the drawing, the feeling will pass. Unless you have some health condition, then of course you need to talk with your physician. But if you are a healthy person, it will pass, and in few minutes you will be feeling well again. And rounding is helping you, because it helps you to go through the resistance. It is often with a topic where you have doubts or some limitations. So this is when you see, this is one of the loops which I am not leaving. I simply connect it, sort of open it, so that the energy is not flowing like in a closed loop, but it has choices. So that's about the neurographic language. During the drawing, of course, I will tell you more, and if you decide to join my group, we can go into depth on this. So far, I am looking forward to seeing you in some of my free sessions, and hope this was useful for you. Thank you very much for watching, and have a beautiful day.